What's happening, guys? I'm here in Anza-Borrego, your backyard.
Yes.
With one of my favourite people in the whole entire world.
Thank you so much, man.
Man,
Thank you so much. So happy to have you here.
thank you so much for finally pulling this all together for us. Yeah?
I'm glad.
So, Patriot Games is here in the United States. We've been travelling around here for, I think we're going on day 5 now. We've been together for a couple of nights, like day 3
Yes.
now. Man, what's the trip been like for you, having the Patriot family out here?
You know, it's an honor to have you here.
Yeah.
You have a great family. You're a great guy.
Thank you, man.
And really, I'm honored to be able to bring you to my backyard.
That makes 2 of us. Now, we've been talking for, I want to say probably about 3 years now, about you cooking us a meal.
Yes.
And dude, I have put on, I reckon, at least 6 or 7 kilos in the past 3 days. The food that this guy makes out of this Patriot camper is insane. Where does your passion of food come from?
Ever since my kids were little, I got 3 daughters, I used to cook for them.
Yep.
And now I do it for my grandkids.
Yeah.
And almost every weekend I cook something for them. So.
Where did you learn to cook? Where did it all start?
I've never been a chef or a cook, never went to school or anything like that, but my mom was a really good cook.
Yeah.
And my wife is a great cook, so
Yeah.
I think I learned from them.
Yeah. So no formal training at all?
No, not at all.
So it's just passion, yeah?
I think so.
But for you really enjoy it. Like last night you started cooking dinner at 6 o'clock. You realise you finished at like 10:30 last night?
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, like 4.5 hours. Just over here with Sarah. Sarah was here with you the whole time.
Oh, that was
just hanging out, cooking food around the Patriot. How important do you think when we go overlanding, we go camping and touring? How important do you think the meals are on all sorts of different levels?
I think that it's very important that you know, cook stuff like this. Not a simple dinner, not a simple meal, but elaborate meals like this.
Yeah.
Brings everybody together.
That's the
you know,
key to it.
everybody. It's around my trailer,
Yeah.
that's my kitchen.
Yep.
And I think that's very important.
Yeah, but your food is very involving for everybody who's around too. So it's not like a one-man show, like you're standing in there cooking. Like even last night, everybody's getting involved.
Yes.
You know, I got involved and Sarah's doing something and Mia's doing something and your daughter's there and everybody's involved, and it's just we totally neglected the campfire last night.
Right.
Everybody sat around here just cooking food with
Right
you.
by the kitchen, yes.
Yeah. So OVRLNDX, your YouTube channel, what's it all about?
I do some adventure videos, but there's always cooking in my videos. And I do have recipe videos there too.
Yep.
So that the idea is to share these meals with others.
Yep.
And you know, I'm really proud that people tell me, hey, I made your chilaquiles, I made your fish tacos.
Yeah.
And that makes me proud.
Yeah. So for the Australian audience, if you haven't picked up yet, Marco's obviously from Mexico. Yeah.
Yes.
So that your whole influence of your style of cooking is all Mexican food.
Most of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
The majority of it.
The majority, and I try to keep it like that.
Yep.
So, you know, it's Mexican. Everybody likes Mexican food, and it's really colorful, and you know, everything is neat about Mexican food. So. And
it's engaging. So, talk to me about cooking out of the Patriot. What do you love best about cooking out of the Patriot camper?
Well, I used to have the X2 now that my daughter has, and I love that. I love the trailer.
Yep.
But I always thought about an L-shaped kitchen. You know, that makes things a lot easier.
Yep.
Now with the X1-N,
yep,
you know, that's a perfect kitchen.
Yeah, right.
And I think one of the main features that I love the most is the L-shaped kitchen.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Enough bench space for you to do everything that you need to do, and storage.
Yeah.
Generally, you travel on your own most of the time, majority of the time?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So the storage in here, and we've seen you pull out, what do you, for example, this trip, run me through quickly, what are you carrying on board as far as cooking equipment goes? Okay,
just a grill, a scuttle, pizza oven.
A pizza oven.
A 12-volt oven.
Yep.
And a regular stove.
And a 15-litre blender. Yeah, your Ninja, your blender.
A Ninja blender.
That you made the salsa in last night.
Yes.
How's that changed for you, obviously, for doing what you do? You used to do all of this straight out of the back of the Jeep.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, my Jeep was super heavy because I had most of this stuff in that JK. And but moving to a trailer, that changed the whole thing.
Yeah. Did you ever have reservations about towing a trailer?
Yes.
How did it even start? How did you get involved in towing a trailer?
When Brad talked to you about testing the X2, he mentioned it to me, and I go like, I don't know, man. I don't know a trailer. It's gonna slow us down, and we're gonna limit it to what we do.
Yep.
And when he got it, I went like, oh, I want that.
Yep.
Because I saw him wheeling that trailer, and it was like, oh, there's no stopping.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that changed my mind. And then I had the opportunity. He got the X1-N, and I took over the X2.
Yep.
And that was it.
Yeah, and you were hooked.
I was hooked.
Have you found, what are the big differences in adventuring and going out wheeling now that you're towing a trailer? Has it slowed you down much or at all?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. I mean, we're not going to do like crazy stuff, like the trails that we have here, but who cares? I can park it at camp and have everybody, all my friends, my family, next to the trailer, and that's what's important to me.
How often do you go out?
Very often.
Yeah?
Yes.
Would you say it's like a weekly thing, or?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Lately has been like twice a week probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to Utah twice, I've been to Arizona twice, Colorado.
Yep.
I've been to Baja twice in the last 2 months. So.
Right. You're getting around a fair bit.
Yes.
And towing with the Jeep, how do you find towing behind the Jeep?
There's no problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no
Fuel
problems
consumption?
He likes drinking.
Yeah,
Yes.
it does. Do you notice a big difference when you got the trailer on or not?
A little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit.
A little bit.
But you know what? The funny thing is then when I drive it, it's one thing. But when my wife drives it, she gets better mileage. So I don't know.
Of course, yeah, that's because your right foot is bigger and heavier than your wife's.
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably the same as me. If there was something that you could change about the X1-N, what would it be?
Man, a larger fridge.
A larger fridge.
Larger fridge.
Okay.
If I could have a dual zone in there, I'll be set.
Do you run another fridge in the car?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you run, well, you've only got the 45 in here at the moment.
Yes.
But I think we're going to have to sort you out with a 55 later.
55.
As long as you keep cooking for us.
Yes.
Right, so you can carry more gear. Then another fridge in the back. What do you love about the Patriot? What's your favourite thing about a Patriot camper?
Capability. It's just crazy what this thing can do.
Yeah.
And and when we came down Diablo drop off.
Yep.
You can get flexi and all that. And when I was coming down, I said, I can't believe I have all that stuff in the trailer, and the thing is just rolling down like nothing.
And it just follows you.
It just follows you.
Well, that was the whole mantra from the start, and I think that's the big education piece for us here in the United States, is educating people that to tow a camper trailer, it shouldn't stop the destination.
No.
Like where you want to go, and that was the original design behind the Patriot and keeping it short and compact. And I was even a little bit nervous when we first introduced it over here into the United States about how the Jeeps would go towing, to be honest, because they don't have the big towing capacity. But I think between like you and Brad, I think you're showing what you can do with a camper trailer in tow. Yeah.
And we see a lot more people with trailers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to say it's because after we did it, but I've seen more people with trailers.
I think there's definitely an influence there, because people, they get nervous and they get scared about something new, So I think as people continue to see the adventures that we continue having with one of these things in tow, and the comfort that they bring to camp, right? Because the more comfortable you are, the more capacity that you've got for water storage and food, the longer you can stay out for, right?
Come on, 41 gallons of water.
Yeah. Yeah.
The way I use water, to me, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane. I love it.
Awesome. All right, so OVRLNDX, if people want to see a little bit more about what you do and the adventures you get up to in the United States, where can they find you?
OVRLNDX on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and OVRLNDX.com. Okay,
so guys, make sure that you check out OVRLNDX, follow a little bit more on what Marco does, but I think just as importantly, get on there, get some tips about how you can feed the crew when you're around camp, because it's made this trip absolutely amazing. Thank you very much for your hospitality from me and the entire family, and we're looking forward to getting you down in Australia.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, we'll see you there.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, man.